Good morning, everyone. Hunter with Dalkey Forestry Services LLC here today. Today is December 27th, about 8:15 in the morning. It is a beautiful day out today. Little gray, but it's going to be a lot warmer than it has been. We're sitting at a good old 10 degrees today. Pretty excited considering we've barely gotten above zero this past week. So I wanted to take you guys along today to check out a really unique project I think would be a good learning experience and really interesting for folks that follow along on my journeys. We have a project today on the Chippewa National Forest. The U.S. Forest Service set up kind of a unique cutting project here. And we have Cook Logging won the project, and we have Boreen Timber Harvesting subcontracting here, and they're doing the cutting in here. So I want to take you guys along and kind of show you what things can look like from a timber harvest standpoint. And this is another management technique that isn't clear cutting. I get a lot of requests and a lot of questions around, I know my wood should be managed, but I don't want to clear cut. And this is just one of many options. So bear with me today. I got a GoPro for Christmas, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to strap you guys on top of my head. I got a headband, and just kind of walk through you with the woods and explain what we have going on. Aaron and his helper with Boreen Timber Harvesting should be here in about an hour. So I'm just going over a couple of cuts that they did yesterday when I was slacking and took a day off. And I'm just gonna see how things look and see, you know, if there are things that I can mark better to make it easier on them moving forward. So I didn't set this sale up. This was the U.S. Forest Service that set this sale up. All I'm doing is flagging in access routes, showing them where roads are going in, where I think good turnarounds would be for them, just kind of allowing them to come in and do what they need to do to manage the timber. So I'm not the brains of the operation, but I have a good feel for what we're doing here. So stay tuned, and I'll kind of take you along and hopefully really learn something today. All right, guys. So this is what these cutting circles are looking like in here. So this is all ash that you're looking at. And the way this worked is the other forester, he had given us a map with predetermined plots on it, predetermined points on that map. And then we were in charge of coming in and flagging the center of the plots and then having our operators cut to a specific length to the outside. And I forget what the measurements are off the top of my head, but I believe it's a radius of 75 feet from plot center. And I forget what that works out to in acreage, but I'll have that when I sit down at the office tonight and dig through. So we have these preset points in there. So rather than coming through and clear cutting this entire forest or clear cutting big blocks of it, you know, and trying to manage it that way, it's being managed one circle at a time. So what's going to happen here is all this wood's going to get cleaned up. Right now the operator just came through and he cut everything with his processor, and then a forwarder is going to come behind him and pick up all the wood and carry it back to the road. And then from there a semi is going to come get himself loaded, and then he's going to bring it to whichever mill he's going to with the wood. So that's sort of the process on just getting it out of here. And I'll give you guys a couple of clips if I can. I'll be working around the equipment today, showing them where to put in roads and such and plots and yada yada. So we'll get some more info on that, but this is just sort of what the cuts are going to look like. They're not very big, and as you can see, there's a lot of forest around us yet that's left untouched. Oh. And then part of my job is to figure out how can these guys be more efficient at their job. So I try to find paths between the circles that are like this. They're open, the guys don't have to cut a lot in between, and it just works out better for everyone. It's a lot faster. Efficiency is a really good thing. Just walk up here and show you guys this next one, and that'll be about all the excitement for this stop. So this is what they look like. That's pretty straightforward. Not super exciting, but a different management technique. And I think it's appealing to a lot of landowners. I have a couple of landowners that I've prescribed something to personally, much like this project, where we're focusing on regeneration in gaps like this. And it's a really effective way to do it if you don't want to clear your entire forest, which most folks don't. So I think this looks great. I'm a really big fan of this. It's a pain in the butt for the operators and the loggers. It's a really putsy process. But if you have a chunk of land and you're not too thrilled about cutting everything, but you understand that regenerating younger trees is a really good thing, and the health of your forest is a really good thing, then this might be an option for you. And it's something that I would recommend to a number of landowners that I've talked to so far. All right, guys, next we're gonna be meeting with Aaron and his helper, and they're going to be putting in some roads to some areas, and they're gonna be cutting some more of these circles, and I'll try to get some footage of that for you. It's kind of neat. Not everyone gets to watch guys operate the equipment and kind of see the whole process, but you guys got to cheat a little bit, and I'm showing you what the finished product looks like ahead of time and what we're going for. That way the rest of it all makes sense. So stick around and we'll learn how these happen and maybe a little bit more about them and some of the pros to them. All right, ladies and gents, I just had a meeting with Aaron and, oh, I already forget the other gentleman's name, and his helper. We have a plan as far as what roads are gonna go in where, orders of operation as far as which of these little blocks we're gonna do first. And, oh, nobody give away my super secret hiding spot for my truck key. And I'm going to ride ahead on the snowmobile. I'm gonna be flagging in some roads here, and he's gonna be coming behind me with the dozer, and we're gonna be figuring out how equipment's gonna get in here best. It's been a little while since I've been back to this chunk, so we'll see if I can find it on my first go. I need some actual snowmobile ramps. Oh. These do not play well with my skis. Oh, Pete sakes. Come on now. Oh. There we go. All right, well, we'll worry about fixing that when we get back. We want to make sure our fella knows exactly where he's going. All right, we're back on track here. Oh, today, orange is gonna mean road. Oh, well, that'll do. could get over it. Well, welcome back, friends. I have you on top of my head. I'm sitting on the snowmobile, and we are on our way back out. I flagged in the road for the dozer operator to come and begin plowing in. Most of this stuff that we're looking at now, all it needed to do was have some brush pushed off to the side and basically get the snow off of it. From this point on, I just got done with a really nasty snowmobile ride, because it is so full of brush. You are constantly getting smacked in the head, in the face, and having to stop and back the snowmobile up and get trees out from underneath it, and just a really nasty ride. But we've got all that done. We've got everything flagged for them. We've got turnarounds flagged for them. So now we're gonna continue back. You can ride along with me now on this nice road. You saw some of the ride in and what it was like, and now I'll show you kind of as it's in progress here. So we'll come on out, and if we'll get lucky, we'll get to see the dozer operator pushing a little bit of snow. We took a casualty here. This was already broken for many years past, but this was a new casualty today, so we'll glue that back on sometime. Hope you don't mind being a superstar on camera. All right. Seat's getting a little decapitated. Don't hold very well. Yeah, not the greatest in the world, but it'll get us up there. That'll do. Oh, she is slippery today. Move that. gold and off to the next one. All right, guys. Right now, we are busting brush. We are on a section that Aaron is cutting on with his processor. We left the truck by the road. And now we're wandering back to go and find him to make some plans for what our next moves are. More importantly, what I need to do for him before I can jump on to the next project. This is a lot of what my job as a forester is like, is busting brush. This isn't too bad. When there's no understory like this, everything's nice, the snow's got things beat down. It's a lot more tiring going through the snow, but sure is nice not getting whacked in the face with brush every step. Not sure if you can see it, but right up there we got a light from his equipment. Now, we're not cutting any of this aspen in here. I'm just cheating and walking through a stand of timber we're not contracted to manage, because it's a lot faster than going all the way around. Oh, here's a circle it looks like. Wander over here, hopefully for some easier walking. You guys haven't got to watch me fall and eat snow yet today. I've only tripped half a dozen times. Luckily, they've all been off camera. He's got some good little stacks in here. Whoa. Speaking of not tripping, there, this is another great example for you guys. A beautiful little circle in here, surrounded by woods. He came in over that direction, you can barely tell, and now he's working up over that way. We're not doing too bad. He's making really good progress. We'll go check in with him and see what we think is the next step. All of the wood being cut here actually isn't going to the mills. This stuff is going to a gravel pit, and any members of the local tribe can come and collect their free firewood from it. So this is a really interesting one. Usually a person would have to figure out how far away from the mill it is, which helps determine its worth, but this stuff is all going to get used locally, which is kind of neat. Maybe if he doesn't notice me, he'll cut a couple of trees for the camera. So what you're watching is that machine there. The head of it that's grabbing the tree It starts by grabbing hold of the tree. It'll make a cut on the bottom, then swing the tree free, and then it'll run logs out that are exactly 100 inches, and it'll cut it off. And then the rest of it, the top of the tree, it just discards in the woods. And that's great. We still get nutrients going back into the site with the tops and the limbs, and if it's summertime, leaves all being ground back into the ground. And then we harvest the timber and haul that off site. Aaron's got cardboard on this window. He's got no idea I'm here. Definitely don't want to go in front of him though. Oh yeah, that's funny. Give it a very wide cushion. I don't like walking up on somebody as they're working, but I don't have cell phone service to call them. That tree you see marked with pink and orange double ribbon is the center of his plot. So that's what he's doing his measurements on. And it's not that he's getting out with a tape measure on foot and measuring, but most loggers, operators have a really good eye for measurement. I'm gonna say most. He quit angling away from me. Oh, hi. Good, at least I know he ain't gonna squish me now. Not camera shy, are you?
Camera?
I do YouTube videos for the business Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I figured this was kind of a neat one, even though it's a pain in the ass. It's something different. You're cruising, huh?
Not too bad.
Well, that'll do it for the day. It is shortly after 4 o'clock here. I stopped and talked to Aaron for a little while, and we made a plan for the project moving forward. I'm almost done doing things here. I'll just have to verify that all of his plot centers are marked for him, and we should be good to go. And then I stopped to check on Greg, I believe is his name, the dozer operator here, putting a road in, because I was just going to give him a lift back to his truck so he didn't have to worry about start walking, because he's a long ways from where he started now. And I got the truck stuck trying to get back to him, so that might be that for the night. I might stop and tell Aaron, hey, on your way in, maybe drop your plow when you go to pick up your guy. Might be a little easier than me trying to get in there with the Ford. So I think this might do it for today. Other than that, that should be it for this little series, this little project. Gave you guys something different to see. Just one of many things that I've been a part of. Learn something new with every project. So it's quite a bit of fun. And there's lots of different ways to implement this stuff, you know. Something that's put in on one piece of land might work really well on another, or might need tweaks to work really well on another piece of land. So there's always more to learn, and I was just happy to take you guys along for the ride today. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well, and hopefully I'm not too bad at this whole video editing thing, because got quite a bit of content from today, so I hope it turns out really nice for all you guys to watch. Please like and share this with your family and friends. I'm also going to be tagging Boreen Timber Harvesting in this one. Even though we didn't watch him work for a lot today, I think it's kind of a neat showcase of one of the things he does. So thanks, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can grow and put out a lot more content like this. Thanks for stopping by.